Today, we're going to talk about Yahweh's 10 Commandments, a special set of rules from Yahweh that help us be the best we can be. We can read about the 10 Commandments in Exodus chapter 20. We are approaching this study video with a childlike heart, because in Matthew 18:3 it says, "Truly I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven." Okay, the first commandment is the most important. Yahweh said, "You shall have no other gods before me." That's saying, Yahweh is number one. He literally wants us to put nothing ahead of him. He deserves all the love and respect because he's our creator and father. He takes care of us, even better than our own earthly parents. Yahweh loves us even more than we can imagine. More than parents love their own children, he loves us. We are his children. He created us with a plan and a purpose. He made the sun, the moon, the stars, and even those silly little squirrels we see at the park. Let's give Yahweh a big round of applause for being so awesome. The second commandment says a lot. In verse 4, Yahweh said, "You shall not make for yourselves an idol, nor any image of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow yourself down to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children, on the third and on the fourth generation of those who hate me, and showing loving kindness to thousands of those who love me and keep my commandments." An idol? What's that? An idol is anything we love more than Yahweh. It could be a toy, a video game, a person, yes, even a loved one or ourselves. Yes, being selfish is idolatry, even too much food or sweets. Money, cars, jobs, education, clothes, shoes, and wait for it. Yes, even our cell phones are and can be idols in our lives. Yahweh wants us to love him most of all because he's our Father, our Creator, and our best friend forever. So let's remember Yahweh first and foremost always. The third commandment is all about using Yahweh's name wisely. Yahweh said, "You shall not misuse the name of Yahweh." That means we should always say Yahweh's name with the utmost respect. No clowning around though. Did you know that they changed Yahweh's holy and sacred name in the Bible over 6,000 times? Can you believe it? Yes, they changed YHWH, known as the Tetragrammaton, to Lord. The fourth commandment is all about taking a break. The seventh day of the week is a special time set aside for us to pause from our busy lives and rest and focus on Yahweh. Yahweh said, "Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days shall you work, but on the Sabbath, the seventh day of each week, is to rest and focus on Yahweh." Did you know this is a commandment that Yahweh observed himself? Yes, Yahweh himself observes the Sabbath, and was the first one to do so. See, the whole story can be found in the first book of the Bible, Genesis. So what can we do on the Sabbath along with resting and spending time in Yah's presence and word? We can sing songs of praise to him. Did you know Yahweh made us to worship him? Singing hymns uplifts our spirits and brings us closer to Yahweh. We can also learn all about Yahweh's amazing stories by getting into his word. These stories teach us valuable lessons and inspire us to live better lives. So let's make sure to rest and recharge on the Sabbath. It's a gift from Yahweh, a chance to slow down and appreciate the beauty of life. This gift he has given us, so we can be full of energy and love all week long. By taking this time to rest, we prepare ourselves to face the challenges ahead with a positive and refreshed spirit. The fifth commandment is all about showing love to our mother and father. Yahweh said, "Honor your father and your mother." That means we should love, respect, and obey our parents, just like Yahweh loves us. But did you know that Yahweh really is our Father? He made us and put us here on this earth through our earthly parents. Amazing, right? Just like we are commanded to honor our earthly parents, he wants us to honor him too. Yahweh is often referred to as our Heavenly Father in the Bible, emphasizing his loving and caring nature. We can look at Matthew 6:9, which says, "This then is how you should pray. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name." This verse teaches us to approach Yahweh as our Father, acknowledging his holy name when we do. It reminds us to honor and worship him as our Heavenly Father. So let's all take a moment and return to our first true love, the one who loved us first. The sixth commandment is Yahweh said, "You shall not murder." That means we should always be kind and never hurt others, because Yahweh wants us to live in peace and harmony. We don't want to fight or argue, right? We want to spread joy and laughter wherever we go. So let's promise to always be kind, gentle, and loving to everyone we meet. Yahweh said, "You shall not commit adultery." This commandment teaches us the importance of being faithful and true to our loved ones. It's not just about marriage, it's about all our relationships. Being faithful means being honest, trustworthy, and reliable. Now that's a big word, but it simply means we should be faithful and true to our loved ones. Whether it's our family, friends, or anyone we care about, keeping our promises shows that we value and respect them. Did you know that we can cheat on Yahweh as well? Yes, it's true. Anytime we turn to something other than Yahweh, we are cheating, turning our back on Him and going our own way. This is heartbreaking to Him. Just like it would be for us to watch someone we loved so much turn and go away with someone who didn't love them as much as we did. We should keep our promises and always be there for each other. When we support and help each other, we build a strong community. Imagine a world where everyone keeps their promises. It would be a place full of trust and happiness. It's like a beautiful rainbow after a storm. Just as a rainbow brings hope and joy after the rain, keeping our promises brings happiness and trust to our relationships. Yahweh tells us in Genesis 9:13, He placed the rainbow in the sky as a sign, as His promise to never flood the entire earth again. It's a symbol of hope and promise, reminding us that Yahweh always keeps His promises to us. When we see a rainbow, we can remember that we should also strive to keep our promises. So let's be like that rainbow, shining bright with faithfulness and love. By keeping our promises, we can make the world a better place, filled with trust, joy, and strong, loving relationships. Yahweh said, "You shall not steal." This commandment is not just about taking things that don't belong to us, but also about being truthful in all our dealings. Stealing can come in many forms, like taking credit for someone else's work or not being honest about our actions. That means we should always be truthful and never take what doesn't belong to us. We show respect for others and their belongings. It's a way of saying that we value honesty and integrity. Yahweh wants us to be honest and fair in everything we do. Honesty helps us navigate through difficult situations. Honesty helps us make good choices and always do the right thing. When we are honest, we build a reputation of trustworthiness and reliability. People know they can count on us to be fair and just, honesty and integrity. By being honest, we not only make our own lives better, but also inspire those around us to do the same. Let's commit to living with honesty every day in every action we take. The 9th commandment, simply put, is all about telling the truth. Yahweh said, "You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor." That means we should always tell the truth, even when it's hard, because Yahweh wants us to be trustworthy and reliable. Telling the truth is always the right thing to do. It's like a sturdy bridge that connects us to others. Honesty builds trust and strengthens our relationships. So, let's be honest and truthful in all we say and do. The 10th commandment is all about being content. Yahweh said, "You shall not covet. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's." That means we should be happy with what we have and not be jealous of others. Yahweh knows what we need and He provides for us. We should be happy for them instead of feeling jealous. It's like a warm, cozy blanket on a chilly day. Contentment brings us peace and joy, no matter what's happening around us. So let's snuggle up in that warm feeling of contentment, knowing that Yahweh loves us and provides for us. So there you have it. Yahweh's 10 Commandments. As we can see, we all need to have a childlike heart as we learn and relearn Yahweh's rules for us to live by. Our Father says, "If you love me, you will obey my commandments." It is really that simple. They're like a special guide to help us live long, happy, and loving lives. Remember, Yahweh loves you so much, and He wants the best for you. He gave us these rules because He cares about us and wants us to be the best we can be. So let's keep these commandments in our hearts and share Yahweh's love with everyone we meet. Thanks for joining me on this amazing adventure. Until next time.